Hey everyone, okay, so I'm literally getting ready for work right now and I am planning on using the new Total Control Drop Foundation by NYX. And I figured why not sit down and kind of give you like a first impression review on this foundation. I also picked up, oh, look who showed up. I also picked up the new brush that they recommend to use with this foundation. It's this angled semi-dense brush. So I'm gonna try it with that as well. I already did my skincare and I already used a primer that I always use, which is a Soft Focus Primer by NYX and number 2 Soft Beige. I kind of wanted to keep everything the same just to kind of give it a fair shot and see if I can really do this or incorporate this into my daily, makeup routine. I also want to do like one half of my face with the brush and the other half with the beauty blender, just to kind of give it a first shot and see if I really have to stick to that brush with that foundation, or if I can just kind of like quickly use my beauty blender and just blend all over my face and kind of, see if I can incorporate it into what I would normally do every day when I do my makeup. So yes, let's get to it. A few things that the box says. Let me kind of give you guys their disclaimer. Or not the disclaimer, but the little description of the foundation. With just a few drops, our Total Control Drop Foundation delivers sheer to full coverage and velvety matte finish. Simply adjust the number of drops you use until the desired level of coverage is achieved. More drops equals more coverage. And on the back, it does have a little picture. So it says 2 or more drops, sheer coverage, 3 or more drops, medium coverage, and 4 or more, full coverage. I think I'm gonna start with 3 drops because I feel like 2 isn't gonna do anything to me. But hold on. So normally first I would use a concealer. So let me put my concealer on and then we'll go into the foundation. I'll be back. Okay, so that's done, I guess, for the most part. I always just do a little bit of concealer under my eyes. Okay, so let me just open this. It's like literally really like sealed. There you go. Okay, so the foundation comes like this. Where's the front of it? Oh, here you are. Like that. This actually looks super light. Now I'm a little nervous. Okay, so like I said, this is number 11, is beige. And then this is what the dropper looks like. I guess I'll show you. Okay, so that looks really, really thin actually. But it does say to shake it well before use. So let's shake it up real quick. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do 3 drops on this side of the skin or the face with the brush and kind of just give you guys like, like the first impression of how it applies with the brush. And then I'll do 3 drops over here with the beauty blender, see how much coverage that gives you. And then I'll decide which one is better and then I'll just kind of finish my face with that, I guess. Okay, so I'm going to do literally 3 drops, let's see. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I'm going to pick it up with my finger and I'm just going to go right here like I will normally do my foundation. And I'm going to pick up this brush. I'm going to start... Oh, it's actually really nice. Oh, wow. Okay, so let me give this... Okay, let me try something else. I'm gonna do 3 more drops. So I've seen on Instagram that they drop the foundation onto the brush. I want to see how that works because normally I don't want to do that because the brush would just kind of like, it'll just sink into the brush so you lose all the product. So I wanted to see how it works with this brush. So I'm gonna do 1, 2, come on, 3, come on, 3. See, like it already sank into the brush, so I'm not sure if... Oh, I guess it still works. I mean, it still covers, but I think I would just rather do it in the back of my hand and then pick it up from there. So let me do just 3 more drops. Let me finish this side of the face. Or 2 more drops, I guess. Let me see if it works picking it up from with the brush from the back of my hand. Sometimes I do that with some of my foundations, so I wanna see. So yeah, if you wanted to use the brush, I recommend you dropping the drops onto the back of your hand, picking it up with your finger or with the brush, and then buffing it into your skin. I don't recommend putting the drops onto the brush because it's not going to really do anything. Like very, very lightly. But I feel like that's gonna waste product, so I wouldn't recommend doing that. Okay, let's try the Beauty Blender. 2, 3. Okay, so same thing. Let me do one more because I feel like that very first drop was a little janky. Okay, so same thing. I'm gonna pick it up with my finger and I'm just gonna do a few stripes, I guess. Okay, that looks like a lot more than the first time. Okay, and I'm gonna go in with my Beauty Blender and just kind of press it in like I would normally would. I'm gonna pick it up with the Beauty Blender from the back of my hand and pressing that onto the forehead and see how much coverage that gives you. Okay, so honestly, I feel like it's faster with the Beauty Blender. Obviously, I mean, Beauty Blender is just faster, period. But slightly, I feel like the Beauty Blender gives you a little bit more coverage than with the brush. But then I feel like I did put more product on this side. I do feel like the finish is a little bit better with the brush. I do feel like the brush gives you a better finish than the Beauty Blender. The Beauty Blender kind of, I don't know. I feel like this looks a lot smoother than this side. So I'm gonna use the brush. Let me just use the brush. I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4 more drops. That's a little much. And I'm just gonna add another layer. Coverage, I feel like this foundation does give you full coverage. Like, I like the finish of this foundation. It gives me the same coverage as the Born This Way foundation would give me. This one, like, it literally looks like I've used this foundation. Or it just gives you like a really nice coverage, a nice finish. I like it's not shiny. It does give you kind of like a little bit of a reflect, but it's not like shiny or like wet looking. Quite nice. And I do believe it's $14 as opposed to like however much this was. So you are getting the same quality of like a higher end foundation for a lower price. And I like the finish. I like how it feels on the skin. And I do like how it applied. So super nice foundation. I'm not gonna set the entire face. I'm only gonna set like underneath my eyes or normally where I would normally get super oily, just too much because I want to see how long it wears. So I'm gonna get my Laura Mercier powder And I'm gonna get this random powder brush, and I'm gonna just going to press that powder like very light, like very little though, not too much, just a tiny little bit. And I'm just gonna press it right underneath my eyes. So I'm gonna finish up the rest of my makeup, and then I'll be back to kind of give you guys like a final thought on the review, on the first impression. And then I think that I'm debating whether I want to take my camera with me to work and kind of just vlog and kind of, you know, give you guys like check-ins throughout the day, or do I kind of just want to go to work, do my thing, and then come back at night when I come back from work and give you guys like a final thought. Maybe I'll do that. Okay, let me finish my makeup. And then I'll be right back. Okay. And I am done with the rest of my makeup. Literally, as I was applying the rest of my makeup and just finishing off the rest of my makeup, I ended up falling in love with this foundation even more. Like, the way that it finishes on the skin is so nice. Like, it literally is what the bottle says, a velvety matte finish. Oh. And I literally, it's so nice on the skin. So a little confession, I have not been washing my face for bed for like the past week or week and a half, until last night. I actually ended up using a little wipe and kind of just going like this and then going to bed. So for the past week, my skin has been like really rough and like really textured and just really clogged and not like at its best. So for this foundation to come today, because when I woke up this morning, my skin was still pretty rough, textured. It was not where I want it to be. It's like, you can see my pores really large, and it's just, my skin's not at its best at the moment. So for this foundation to come and really make it look like I have really nice skin is a complete win for me. Like, that's what wins me over a foundation. That's the purpose of a foundation, is to make it seem like you have perfect skin, and I feel like this foundation did that for me. So I'm super excited. I do like the brush. If you are going to get that foundation, get the brush with it. I mean, you can get away with using the beauty blender, but I feel like this brush just kind of took it to the next level. So I really like how it applied the foundation. I like the finish of it. It applied it evenly. It's just a really nice brush. If I use brushes, they're normally like a flat brush like this. Or like this one right here, but I feel like this one would be too dense for it. Like, I feel like this would just kind of like, I don't know, I don't feel like that would do a good job with it. But I just feel like I like the shape of it too. Like, it just gets into like underneath the eyes, it like everywhere. Like, it's really nice. I really like this brush. And this foundation, I'm super excited for it. If you get a chance, go pick it up. I think they do sell it at Ulta's and also at the NYX stores. So if you're near NYX store, probably it's better because it'll match you better. So go ahead and pick it up. It's super nice. But the review isn't over yet. I'm going to wear it for the rest of the day, and I'm going to see how long it wears. I'm gonna try and not to touch up. If I have to touch up, then obviously I'll kind of like write it down somewhere, and I'll let you know how many times I had to touch up if I had to, or how it ended up doing throughout the day. But I'm gonna do a final check-in once I'm back from work, and I'll let you guys know how long it wore. If it's still on my face, you guys will see, and how it performed throughout the day. I'm gonna be super busy today. It is a Saturday. I'm filming this on a Saturday, so it is gonna be a super busy day for me. So I'm gonna be running around or whatever. So hopefully I don't sweat it off. We'll see. Okay, so that is it for right now. As of right now, I am in love with this foundation. I really do like it, and I'm super excited for it. So let's see. It's literally, okay, 7:50 and my phone is gonna die. So I get off of work at 11. So I should be back home around 11:30. So it's literally going to be from now until when I come back that it's going to be like a full 12 hours. So we'll see how it performs in like within 12 hours. Okay, so enough rambling. Let me get to work. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Bye. Okay, so I literally was this close to wiping off my face and I forgot to do the final check-in, but Thank God I caught myself right when I was about to like wipe it off. I looked to the side and my camera was sitting there staring at me, and I was like, oh wait, I'm in the middle of a review. But okay, so this is literally the final result of what the foundation has come to. It's actually a really nice foundation. I really enjoyed it. Throughout the day, it really stayed on very well. Right now, very minute, I do have a little bit of oiliness right on my cheeks, but let me kind of justify why. It's cold outside, and where I work is super hot because of the heater that they have in there. Is like literally full blast. So every time that you go into a building where that has the AC or that has a heater on, your skin gets dehydrated like crazy. So this is expected with any type of foundation, no matter what the claims are. This is expected. So I'm not mad at it. I understand it and I know why, and I kind of expected it to happen. But overall, I really like the finish of it. I like how long it wore. Like it literally, all I have to do if I wanted to go out right now, all I really have to do is just get that same brush or get a powder brush with a little bit of powder and kind of just press that onto the skin. And it will look like I just put it on. So I'm not mad at it. Like I really enjoyed the finish of it. I loved how it applied when I first applied it, and I loved how it wore throughout the day. Just a plus, I got like about 6 compliments today, so on my skin alone. So that says a lot for its own, right? Okay, so final thought. Love this foundation. Love the idea. Love the application. Love the color range that they have. They have 24 shades. It's only $14, so love that as well. And I love how long it wears and how it wears. So overall, a big thumbs up for this foundation. And make sure that you get the brush with it as well. I really enjoy this brush as well. It's super soft. It applies the foundation very nicely. It actually applies it better than a beauty blender, and I normally do use beauty blenders for my foundation. That is Prince, by the way. That's my dog, and he loves the attention. But yes, okay, so overall, this foundation, big thumbs up. I love it. You need to go and get it. Make sure that you go to a store though, like a freestanding store, so they can match you better. Because if you go to an Ulta, they're not gonna know what they're doing. No offense, but I used to work at Ulta. They don't know what they're doing. Especially with drugstore foundations. So yeah, if you guys get a chance to go to a freestanding store, go pick this foundation up with this brush. Big thumbs up. Alright, I have to go feed this fool and go to bed because I have to be back at work at 8 a.m. which means I have to wake up at 6. That's not enough time. Oh. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to see more reviews, first impressions, just makeup tutorials, vlogs, whatever I come up with. I don't know. If you have any suggestions, please leave them in the comment section below. And don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you like this video. And leave me a comment. And yeah, that's it. And follow my social media. It's going to be at the end. Okay, bye!